You ain't getting any.
Hey guys, my name is Has and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, how do you create tech review videos? Creating tech review videos is more than just receiving this product and stating fact. I mean, you might as well go to the website and read the list of specs if you just want the fact. But this is about receiving this product, spending time with the product, writing things down, and being objective in your review. So, how do you create a clean tech review? Well, this is the whole step that I go through and some common ethics that I follow and the three rules that I follow, which is the quality, integrity, which is the heart, and aptitude, which is your natural ability to do something. If you find this interesting, stick around. So, on the three rules or the big three that I follow to create my videos: quality, integrity, which is the heart, and aptitude. So, quality is doing most or doing the best you can with what you have. My grandma used to say to me, hold on to what you have until you get what you want. And that doesn't necessarily mean just hold on to this without doing the best that you can with it. I try to make the most out of these tools that I have right now. There are things that I control, there are things that I can change, and there are things that I cannot change. Things that I cannot change is my stutter. That is something natural and I don't control that. But things that I control is the lighting, the sound, and the camera. And after production, I also control things in post production. So those things I do control, and I pay keen attention to details. Those things I can change, but after that video goes live, I can't really change anything. It's it's now in you guys' hand to give me feedback. Things that I can control is the lighting, camera, sound, and some things in post production. And things that I can control is what you guys will say and my stutter. I just can't control that. And aptitude, which is your natural ability to do something. Look at a gamer. No one tells them to game. No one say game and we will pay you this. It is just their natural ability to game. No one's compensating them, and this is the beauty of creating these videos. No, no one says this is the deadline for this video. No one says you must create these videos to be paid. No one says that. I just create this because I'm genuinely interested in creating these videos. There's no compensation, and that for me is the beauty of it all. No one says this is right, this is wrong. And I think for me, that's the best learning moment for me. I mean, it is great to have a mentor, but if you make the mistakes yourself, I think you can learn from them quickly and better than if you just have a mentor that says, don't do this, do this. Uh, integrity. Am I creating these videos because I'm getting paid to create them? Is this product that I'm reviewing paid for by this company? If it is, then I'm not being truthful to myself. Then I'm not being truthful to you guys. This is just my clean review, no filters. It is not influenced by the company whose product I am reviewing. This is my clean review, and my motto is I promise to keep it clean, which is integrity. And integrity for me is the heart of this all. And also, aptitude for me is also kind of something close to the heart, something that I really take seriously. I try not to put deadline on myself. If I do have a deadline, then I would try to rush to create this video, which would then lead to a downfall in quality. And if there's a downfall in quality, there will also be a downfall in the integrity. So there is no deadline. I just create videos whenever I have the chance. If I don't have any schoolwork, sit in front of the camera and explain my findings that I found from using this product. All right, now let's dig into how I shoot these videos. shall we? All right, so production time, it is just me, the camera, the light, and the mic. The camera, yeah, I use my iPhone 15 Pro Max with the Black Magic Camera app. I don't really use a fancy camera. I've said this before, and I'll say this again. You don't really need something fancy. All you really need is aptitude and a desire to create something of high quality. I use my phone. You can also use your phone with the Magic Camera app. And that's about it. I shoot in 30 frames per second, and my ISO is somewhere around 80. I try to keep it that way. And fun fact, after shooting these videos, I say a 4-minute video would be somewhere around 23 gig. That's a huge file. And the lighting, oh yes, I make good use of the natural lighting that we get in this room. So I have one key light, which is this light right here, and my fill light is the natural light that comes through the window. But I think it's more like this natural light is my key light, and this light right here is my fill light. I don't know, whatever. I just use this light as my key light and the natural light as my fill light. So sound, yeah, let's speak on sound. I used the Audio Technica AT897 shotgun microphone. This was a bit on the pricey side. You don't really need it, but you can get something cheap like the Blue Yeti mic. So I have this mic connected to this interface, and this interface is then connected to my phone, which I then use with the Black Magic Camera app. So if you hear this crisp audio, all thanks to this microphone and some processing that is done in post-production. So typically, this is my setup. This is me right here sitting in front of the camera, and the microphone is about 7 to 8 inches from my mouth, and the camera, it's about 15 inches away from me, and the lighting is right there pointing at me, and the natural light comes in just hitting me, which makes the whole video quality looks really good. Um, this is this is about it. This is about the whole production thing, except that I have to shoot and retake clips because of my stutter. But I really hope you do forgive my stutter. I can't really help it. Uh, but as my teacher used to say, ignore the nonsense and take the sense. So ignore my stutter and take what's beneficial. All right, so we've gone through production set. Now let's head into post-production. Creme de la creme. Okay, after shooting the video, I then sent it to my computer with image capture. And the reason why I don't use eardrop is because it takes forever. And this thing too takes some time, but it's actually much faster than eardrop. That is why I used it. So now it's time for me to fire this thing up in my favorite editor, DaVinci Resolve. So, I mean, I'm not the most organized person ever, but I just create a new project and call this and I just come over here, and while I'm here, I create a new bin and call this min clips. Not necessarily arrows, just the min clips. And I grab all the min clips from here. There's a clip in here that I don't want to be a min clip. I'm gonna try to drag this in here in my min clip, and it's asking me to change the frame rate, which I want to do. I'm gonna bring this to here, and I'm gonna create a second bin and call this B rows, which I want this to be. This is going to be a B roll, this clip right here. And I'm gonna create a third bin. I can do this by shortcut, but just for you guys' benefit, I'm gonna call this music, and I'm gonna get the music later, and I'm gonna create a fourth bin and call this images slash I can't use slash, sorry, but I can use this though, VFX. It's not necessarily VFX, just some motion graphics, motion GFX. There we go. And here I would just have to import all the in here I would just have to import all the images that I want to use, and those I would just have to create on my iPad with Procreate. Wow, that's not how you spell music. Rename, remove. Yep. Call that music. And here would be my B-rolls, and this is my main clip. And then I just go over here to the edit tab. And the first thing that I do is change my aspect ratio by clicking on this project setting. And here I just click on 1920. So 3840 by 1920, which is a 2:1 aspect ratio. Then I click on save. Then I click on all my clips. Here, if I click on a clip, you'll see there is this black bars, and I don't want those bars. So I'll just have to highlight all my clips and then go down here and click on scaling under retime and scaling. Click on scaling and click on fill. That is what I want to do. And then go to my B-rolls, click on it, and go to the same settings again and click on fill. That is what I want to do. And after that, I just go back to my main clips, go back to my first clip, and in this stage I will have to put on my headphones so I don't bug my roommate or people walking in the hallway. And it's also better for me because I can hear things better. Right now the audio is kind of low. I have to do some things in post-production. I apologize for the bad quality of audio in this phase. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my... Oh, never mind, it's there. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut in somewhere where I want the video to start. Okay, like right there. I want to cut it right there, and then I just go all the way to the end to see where the video ends. Then I'm gonna just cut it right there and bring this in here, and I go to the second clip from the main clips. And the thing that I try to do first is actually work on the color grading, which some people say is the last thing that you should do. But I try to get that out of the way first. I don't really do any color grading, just some basic correction. I'm gonna go here to the color wheels and just tinker around to get the looks that I want. Alright, so when it comes to the audio, I have do's and don'ts, but I have a main don'ts, which is to not crank the gain all the way to the top. If you do, the audio will sound distorted. So I try not to crank it all the way to the highest level. I just have it somewhere in between the upper middle on my interface. Good lord. Don't mind me, just struggling to speak over here. So I try not to crank it all the way up, and after production, in post production, the first thing that I do is set my track to mono instead of stereo. If it is in stereo, I mean, stereo is good for music and soundtracks, but for dialogue, stick to mono. It's great. So I go into the Fairlight tab on in Resolve, and the first thing that I do there is enable voice isolation, and I set this to 10 so it doesn't sound unnatural. And after that, the rest is just good listening. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I just mess with some EQs, some voice softener, and some compressor, and a limiter so it doesn't sound distorted when someone turns the volume all the way up. That's what I really do. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I just listen keenly to what sounds better and what doesn't sound better. But here are the images of the settings that I use in my videos. So I wouldn't recommend to use this. You have your own ears, so listen to what sounds good to you and what doesn't sound good to you. In this stage, I really don't know what I'm doing. I just listen to what sounds good to me and use the settings. But yeah, the audio phase is just intuition, I would say. But yeah, that's about it for the audio. And now I'm gonna be passing you. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go. So in the export phase, I click on audio and click on normalize audio and then click on YouTube in this settings right here. I don't know what that does, but I I I think it does something. It should, right? Anyway, now I'm gonna pass you to the graphics guy, which is me basically, if you didn't know. All right, welcome to the thumbnail creation phase and some of the graphics that I created in Procreate. Let me try to get my mic here better. So this is the thumbnail for this video, and what I did here is basically created my 3 rules, which is integrity over here and aptitude down here, if you guys can see that, and quality with this video slate. So integrity, as I mentioned, is the heart. I try to draw this heart. It's not that great, but yeah, I tried. And the aptitude, which is a natural ability to do something, I just try to create this settings engine. And the quality, which is the overall quality of the video and the thumbnail, I just drew this video slate. And if you look closely here, you'll see there is a sort of half tone scratches here. This is a full image. I didn't necessarily do any background removal. Let me show you what I did. I just drew a line on on me and then fill the empty area. So this is the original image. Oh wait, what the? So this is the original image. So this is what I drew and then fill it out. If I turn that back on, it's there. So my original heart was an actual heart. Well, was the heart emoji. Yep, this is the thumbnail that I created. I just try to create something that I imagine in my head, or something close to something real. Let me show you guys this other thumbnail that I created for my Apple Hearing Aid. There it is. All right, so here I used the A/B testing. I created thumbnail 1, thumbnail 2, and thumbnail 3. So in thumbnail 1, I try to keep it simple. I just drew a line on myself here and then fill this area with the ear pods and the hearing aid right there. And on thumbnail 2, I try to create a contrast between the noise and the quietness. How the ear pods make the noise lessen, and if you're in this area, it makes you hear better. And on this third one, I didn't really do anything that much, just the hearing aid here and the ear pods with the hearing aid blue sign. That's all I really did. But this is the tool that I use. I use Procreate, and to reduce the file size, I use Affinity Photo. So let's say I'm here in this program. I click on this hamburger menu right here and click on export, and then I can reduce the file size. The quality. Let's try for 70. And down here, the file size is 1.5, which is less than the required one. So let's put it to 80, and now it's at 1.99. I'm gonna set it at 79. And now we have 1.92, and now we can click OK and then save it. But I already have it saved, so I don't have to save it again. But that's it. I'm not gonna teach you how to do graphics design because I don't know how to do that. I just go by intuition, baby. I'll listen to my gut. So yeah, that's it, and that's pretty much everything that I do. Well, that's it. That's the whole step that I go through, and the next step now from here is to export the video and upload it to the cloud. Usually I let it sleep for a day, and I watch it like every 30 minutes just to make sure I don't get something wrong. And the next morning I rewatch it and then finally upload it to YouTube. But thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Cheerio. Stay cool.